Hello everyone. So just back to share some things that I think will help when we're moving forward from coming out of our dark places where we've fell into some negativity, where we've, kind of fallen for the bait or whatever negative thing has happened, whatever personal issues and interpersonal issues exist. But more focusing on individual self in ways, and this is going to be a short video. I just wanted to talk about some things that might help if you're more spiritually inclined, if you like, sort of delving into the more spiritual aspects of self-help and psychology. So the other day, and I'm going to cover this more in depth, my crystal collection and exactly what I use things for, and of course sometimes this can be different for other people using things for different reasons, different crystals. I purchased this. It is black tourmaline. Hopefully you can see it. I don't really have a preview on this one, but anyway, so this is black tourmaline, and I have one. I'm wearing one right now. And when I first got this, sometimes you have to sit with a stone, or you have to be with a stone for a while to kind of feel its effects. Sometimes, or sometimes, it depends. Sometimes you can feel it, and sometimes it takes a few little moments. And so I wasn't expecting to feel right off the bat what I felt with this. And this stone is known to really to kind of ward off negative energies, negative vibrations, entities, and also is well known for its use against EMFs and electromagnetic fog and all of that. So I was by my computer, and I was opening the package by my computer, and I'm opening it, and I take it out of the bag, and right away, when I had it right in the energy felt different. The air cleared. It felt clearer. It was weird. It was a weird thing. Like, I wasn't expecting that right off the bat, but it felt clearer. Like, how it feels to... I guess we don't really know how it feels to be around a computer because we're around them so often, but it definitely cleared area up. So keeping these by your computer or any electronics that you use a lot of can also help, as well as keeping it around the house, kind of warding off the negative vibes. Wearing it is really good. So I was shocked. I was not expecting that. I also got one of these, black tourmaline in the bottom of the pyramid, and copper rising up out. So I'm going to be working with this. Work with it a little bit. Yeah. So I'm going to do another video letting you all know how that's working out. Another thing is cutting the cords. Cutting the cords. A lot of the time when we've been through harassment, bullying, that sort of thing, we develop connections. Even if we don't want to, we develop these connections, these mental, psychic, spiritual connections. Especially if someone's been draining us, there are certain attachments that we might not be able to see, especially when these are more activated when we're around the person. So one way to deal with this is to go ahead and cut these ties. Cut these. So what you're going to do is you're going to take a blade of some sort and start cutting your auric field. So around your, like, obviously don't cut, but like just sort of swipe it a lot. And it might take a few times. Get aggressive with it. Get really aggressive with it, and in your mind, know that you're cutting these ties, these energetic cords, and you're gonna probably have to do it repeatedly. It probably might, but you will notice a difference, and the mental state as well is not being attached. And building a barrier, building a psychic barrier. You can do that as well through visualization, or even if you're an energy worker, Reiki healer, you can go ahead and build up these barriers as well, which is really good defense mechanism as well. Again with the crystals and the stones and visualization, all of this is really good technique. to really just get rid of that. And okay, I'm going to keep this video short. Another thing I wanted to share, just as closing, because I saw this and I thought it was so cute. But it's not even just cute, it's total... Okay, so any of you familiar with the tarot know the Strength card, and this is a Strength card in a cat tarot deck. And hopefully you can see this. Like I said, I can't see the preview on this camera. But it's a cat surrounded with birds. This cat is not attacking the birds. The cat's just laying there. The birds are on top of the cat and right next to the cat. And the cat is not engaging the birds in any negative activity. It's not attacking the birds, not giving in to temptation, just being a very strong cat. And sometimes, when it comes to just the stupid little games that people play, in this aspect, the stupid little games that people play, just think of them as minor annoyances, and just don't really engage them. Don't engage them. Don't engage the petty little games, their little, they're just the BS that they do. Because that's how they like to draw you in. And, we don't have time for that. We don't have time for that. We're, hopefully by now, if you know what you've been going through and you know that you've been dealing with this harassment, what type of harassment it is, and you're moving forward. You're moving past that. There's also a channel I would like to mention that I think really hits this home. Talks a lot about narcissistic personality and psychopaths, which is, I think, which is obviously what we're dealing with. She talks a lot about brainwashing or whatever. A lot of what we're dealing with. Peace and Harmony is her name, channel name, and I'm going to go ahead and put a link to her channel underneath, so if you're more spiritually inclined. But she's more psychology anyway, but it's sometimes, it's like one and the same. But she's really good. She really breaks it down, and there are other channels that break this stuff down too. But I was like, wow, she's really in depth. Like, she really knows their game. She really goes into brainwashing too, and the techniques and all that stuff. So really, I would check her out if you're interested with the psychological ways to deal with this issue, and just a psychological breakdown of who the people are that are engaging in these activities. It's really good to know, so I'll put that link down below. So yeah, this is just a quick video. I just wanted to give some tips on how to kind of rid yourself of some of the toxicity when we're moving forward. And another thing too, find something you enjoy doing and do it. Don't be mentally engaged in this all the time. Remember, when you start cutting the ties, you're going to start thinking of this less and less and less. And therefore it'll manifest in your life less and less. So anyways, that's all I really have to say right now. I'm going to do more in-depth videos about these topics, about moving forward, because that's what we're doing. We're moving forward, we're healing. A lot of emphasis on healing the self, really moving forward. So anyway, stay strong, stay in your peace, stay centered.